This is for you. Whoa! Hey, hey. Azaga, zaga, zaga. Azaga, zaga. Hey, hey.
Share this video. Invite your friends. Like the video. Let's take it global.
Hey, hey, hey. Whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. No, I want any.
We're building a media empire here, and we have to build it one block at a time. We're listening to feedback. We're watching what's going on and what the trends are. We are in the right direction, but we need your support. We know you're watching our videos, but it surprises me. A good number of people are sharing it. Most of them people I don't know. But many people I know don't even share it. And not because they don't like what they're seeing, but probably because they just say it's Fred. He knows what he's doing, so he can handle it. I could handle the part I'm doing, but I need the part you'll help me with. Please share the video.
Kaikene, Fred Wanko,
Oh yes.
Publisher, African Lifestyle Magazine, Chicago.
Hello everybody. Once again, this is Fred Wanko coming to you from our studios in Chicago with another edition of Bold Talk on LNTV. And as usual, I'd like to say to you good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, depending on where you are around the world. Today we have a potpourri for you. It's going to be a little bit of this and a little bit of that. We're mixing in sarcasm to go along with the serious discussion we have today, which is some positive things Bola Ahmed Tinubu is trying so hard to do for Nigeria. And guys, no. My job is not to bash Bola Ahmed Tinubu. My job is to bash Bola Ahmed Tinubu when he deserves to be bashed. And believe me, he deserves to be bashed a lot of times. But when I see certain things he's doing that may make sense, I owe it to my audience to also report those things. But in the process of doing those, it's still okay for me to bring my reservations along. Because Bola Ahmed Tinubu is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We all pray that from today till the end of time for him, that everything he does becomes positive. But until we see a trend of positivity consistently, we're always going to report whatever Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing with a little grain of salt. And that's what you're going to see in what we're doing today. He went to Saudi Arabia for the Africa-Saudi Arabia Summit. He said a lot of good things. Some of them were shocking. And I'm going to show you. I mean, shocking, coming from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And by the way, the footage for this segment comes from both my good friend, Maegun, and he got it from TVC. So let's give TVC credit. And some of it will come from Arise TV on Ojiokbe's reporting. So I have to give that credit.
Is to tell you there's a good change that is coming from Africa. If I am to be the captain of this ship and the number one salesman for my country, I must say to you, the change is right here. Perception of Nigeria has been that of layback, corruption, and giants of Africa with elephantiasis. But that is gone. The realization of that hope is here. The belief is here. The change of the perception is right here. Forget the categorization of corruption. Forget it. It won't happen no more. Perception of Nigeria has been that of layback, corruption, and giants of Africa with elephantiasis. But that is gone. The realization of that hope is here. The belief is here. The change of the perception is right here. Forget the categorization of corruption. Forget it. It won't happen no more.
Folks, you don't have to laugh out loud. Remember, my theme here is let's try to give President Bola Ahmed Tinubu some credit for trying to do something. Then let's give him time to watch what he's trying to do, bearing in mind that he has antecedents. And here is my theory on what's going on, the conflict that's going on with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been corrupt for so long, so long, that most of us Nigerians, even those who support him, if they are truthful to themselves, don't believe that Bola Ahmed Tinubu can stay focused on a positive path, because the only path he knows is a crooked path. But I strongly believe that Nigeria is so rotten, and the rot did not start with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that just like in America, where if you study the founding millionaires of this country, many of them came from all kinds of dirt. Go and look. Today, when you talk about the Kennedys, you talk about philanthropy and helping the poor. They are. But the money in the Kennedy family came from bootlegging. In the 20s and 30s and 40s, if there was something like Hennessy and Remy Martin and high-grade whiskey and all that, they were illegal, like drugs are today. And if you're caught selling those hard liquor, it's like being caught selling what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was selling in the 90s. But as time went on, They laundered the money, made it clean money, and focused on helping the poor. And all we remember today is them helping the poor. If you go back in history and you look at the economic mismanagement that led to the crash, that led to the depression in 1945 in America, you're going to find that the patriarch of the J.P. Morgan family was involved in the banking system when it crashed. And it was mismanagement, corrupt mismanagement on his part that led to that crash. But today when you talk about the J.P. Morgan family, you're talking about philanthropy, you're talking about foundations that help people around the world. And nobody talks about the 1945 crash of the economy. Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his likes in Nigeria may become Nigeria's Patriarch Kennedy and Patriarch J.P. Morgan and all the other American wealthy families today whose money started from dirt. And Igbos will say, Taubo, if he could turn around and use what he unfairly took from Nigerians to fix Nigeria, he'll be doing much better than every other corrupt person that came before him. But is it going to happen? I don't know. But I'm just trying to balance my discussion on Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So maybe what he's saying, he has plans. But I'm skeptical. Let's keep listening.
Don't give and don't take. We are here as a team to change that perception, to make you believe, particularly the private sector. I am glad I'm here in Riyadh, and you have Aramco connection to Deloitte. I cut my teeth as an accountant, fresh from university, with Deloitte. Aramco was one of the daydreams of our junior entrance because the allowances and opportunity in diversified economic base was here then. What Nigeria has to offer, you've enumerated very effectively with a great understanding that we are blessed with a large population. This population is full of can-do attitude, young, vibrant, and well-educated human capacity. Equally, Nigerian consumer is necessary for the economic growth of the continent. From this moment on, we are open for business.
Also wanted to say that right after that summit, President Tinubu did go and attend the Lesser Hajj and prayed for Nigeria.
Excellency, you've been able to perform this Umrah again. You were here just a few weeks before your election, and now you're here just a few months after the election. Can we know why you're here again?
Well, there's every opportunity to thank God Almighty Allah for what He has done for me, humanity, and the entire country. I am grateful to God for his guidance, his blessings, and his answers to my prayers and the country's prayers for good of all. We have to give thanks to him at every opportunity that we may have.
Your Excellency, what prayer did you say for Nigeria?
For the country, may our prosperity grow and our humanity be kind to each and every one of us. The prospect of the country is yet to blossom to the level that we require. It needs hard work and consistent prayer, and we are giving it to our mind and our spirit in every way possible. Our strength is our diversity, and we'll continue to build on that for the prospect and sake of the country.
But you see, Oji, I want Nigeria to do well, but we need to be able to state things the way they are. We have reported about many possible investments. I have also gone to check with the Saudi authorities through Saudi Gazette and all of that. You see, the reportage is not as bullish as ours as regards investment, but it remains to be seen. It is when those investments come, I'll be very happy and I will celebrate. All right? And the truth has to be said. We also need to be careful as regards information dissemination, just like what happened in the case of Dubai and the UAE. But I want this investment that have been touted to come to Nigeria. I want them to be able to fix, the refineries. I want all this investment to come in and all of that. But we must now ensure that this investment come in before we can. But I've also checked, because when you hear announcements like this, you check from both sides. I've checked the Saudi Gazette. There's no really bullish reporting as regards all of this, new things we're announcing. But I just hope these investments come. That's just.
In this next section, I want to play something that more or less addresses what Rufai just said. Because this is an older Yoruba lady that is crying and lamenting to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, saying that we voted for you. You told us not to vote for Omo Igbo, that Omo Igbo can't do anything for us. Look at us, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, help us. We can't leave our homes. We can't go to the markets. What she's referencing there is that the cost of gas is so high, the cost of transportation is so high, we can't go anywhere. And then if we do, what we used to buy for 30,000 naira, we are now buying for 70,000 naira. The Omo Igbo you told us not to vote for would have helped us more. Please. She's not criticizing. She said, please, Bola Tinubu, please help us. I just think that that's very ironic and a real food for thought. A lesson in the consequences of tribalism.
Ẹgbà wá o, ẹni ká dìbò fún yín tẹ́ wọlé fìyà jẹ wá o. Ẹja tààrà di 30,000, ó di 70,000, kó tẹ 15,000, ó di 40,000. Ẹ ṣàánú, ebi ń pa wá, ẹ má ní wá lára. A lè jáde, a lè jẹun o. A ti wà nulẹ̀, ẹjẹ ìrọ̀lá tàbí rọmọ ní skúlù. A lè rọmọ skúlù, bá a lè jó, a lè wá sọ́jà mọ́. A lè jẹun. Ẹ ṣàánú, ẹ má ní wá lára, ara ní wá o. Ara ní aráàlú, ẹ ṣàánú, ẹ bá fara ní wá o. Ẹ bá sọ gbogbo èdè rọ o, ọ̀tẹ̀ yìí kò dáa fún wa o. Ọ̀tẹ̀ yìí ó ní gbogbo òlú lára ni. Ọ̀tẹ̀ yìí ó ní gbogbo òlú lára, ẹ má ní wá lára, ẹ má fara ní wá, ẹ ṣàánú wa. Ẹ ṣàánú wa, ilé náà wa àlè jáde, àlè jẹun, àrówó tajà, àrówó jẹun. Gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ ṣe fún wa ó ní gbogbo òlú lára. Ẹlẹ́jọ́ Ìgbò ló sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ ṣàánú wa. Ẹ ṣàánú wa o, Tinubu, ẹ ṣàánú wa o. Ìjọba Èkó yìí náà ẹ ṣàánú wa. Ẹ ṣàánú wa, a ti dìbò fún yín, kò yẹ kó ẹ wá ṣe báyìí fún wa. Sanwó-Olú ẹ ṣàánú wa, a ti dìbò fún yín, gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ sọ kọ́ lẹ padà wá ń ṣe yìí. ẹni wá lára ni ẹni máa dùn ará dúdú ẹ̀dùnwánú ẹja ta fi ṣe gbàjọ́ ta fi rán wọn léwe ẹ jẹ́ ká rán wọn léwe mọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká rán jẹjẹ ẹ ṣàánú wa ẹ ṣíjú àánú wa ẹ má ní wá lára ará ní ará dùn gbogbo ọtọ́ rẹ̀ jẹ́ ará ni wọ́n àwọn tàtà ará ni wọ́n ẹ ṣàánú wa o ẹ ṣàánú wa Sanwó-Olú àbẹ̀ Tinubu ẹ ṣàánú wa o a ti dìbò fún ẹ wá wọlé tán ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ wá ní ọmọ Yorùbá ara yín lára jẹ́ ẹ ṣe jẹ́ kí ìbò wọlé tí ìbò bá wọlé kò ní rí báyìí ṣebí ẹ̀dá ilẹ̀ bá ṣe kí lè ṣe kankan.
I'm going to end on a note of sarcasm. I love sarcasm. Here is a video, an interview with a NASA scientist, a retired NASA scientist, who alleges that on one of the space ships that came from outer space, UFO, aliens, that they took pictures and that they saw real human beings who came as aliens from outer space, and that those human beings are blacks. And you know how we always say nobody knows where Tinubu came from? He doesn't have any records about birth. He just made up where he came from. Maybe I just found a little light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe Tinubu is from UFO and he landed somewhere in Nigeria and then settled ultimately in Lagos. And who knows? Maybe at this stage, he's now ready to accomplish his mission in Nigeria, which is to fix a country that's been broken for so long. Take a look at this video. It's very short. It's just a little sarcasm.
So are you not positing the idea that those vehicles contain, beings who are, maybe like us?
Yeah, I only go along with government images. And if you want to know about people kind of thing, there is the ship that picked up the Voyager capsule at Alameda Naval Shipyard, and they have a picture there of I think it's the Apollo flight that Buzz and Neil were on. But anyway, there is one image there that shows black people getting off.
So people with dark skin getting off.
Not dark, black.
Black skin.
Really black.
Well, you heard it. Black people, probably Nigerians, getting off those ships coming from the UFO alien ships. Who knows? That may be where our president came from. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is Fred Nwankwo coming to you from our studios in Chicago with another edition of sarcasm, humorous, and serious edition of Bold Talk on LNTV. Until next time, good night and God bless.
Yes, yo, we, bote jike hona mawe. Amam zuku wetu. Amam kino teju